Hello and welcome everyone to my first ever devlog of Hololive Worlds, a fan-made game based on Hololive, a Vtuber company which you can see on YouTube. The ultimate goal of the game is to be like a fast-paced, bullet hell shooter roguelike game, much like Nuclear Throne. The playable characters that will be included here would be the idols themselves, armed with a weapon and a skill correlated with their lore, whether officially or made by the fans. The maps and level of the games will also be based on the idols themselves, by their lore and themes. For example, a graveyard-themed map for characters like Kali and Russia, or a harbor-themed map for Marine and Aqua. Besides from the main character, the game also offers you two possible collab mates, or in other words, a party of at most 3 different characters. The party mechanic of this game will be akin to Genshin Impact, in which there is one main character on the field and 2 other characters at the back, usually offering some sort of support. So, for some background of how I came to develop this game, initially I was already studying game design and development from extra credits for no apparent reason, and then I fell into Hololive. And there, I saw a lack of fun games, and so I thought this could be an opportunity for me, and thus began my journey. The first step of making this game was first mainly to choose what game engine I would use. Since currently I am a student, I don't have any means of income. Thus, I needed to choose an engine which is free. Also, the engine must also have a lot of available features and preferably something that I could code. Thus, I turned to Godot. Honestly, this is my first time making a game this big. I have experience in making games before, but on a school level project. I've made top-down shooters and platform games. But other than that, I have no experience in making something more complex. So this will definitely take a while. So, for the actual devlog content of this video, as you can see right now, the game isn't really too good to look at. I'm currently making the code first and then planning to add the graphics later on. So for the menu text, world cards or level cards, they will be replaced in later versions. But for the character sprites, it's somewhat final, or rather I have already acquired the ideal look I am trying to achieve for the characters and the enemies. For characters, they are split into 4 broad categories. As of recording, only 3 of these are available, which are the melee, mid-range, and range. The other unavailable category is a special, which includes characters not bound or categorizable to the previous 3. To quickly describe the 3 categories, melee are characters who fight in close range. They generally have high offensive and or defensive stats. Mid-range are characters that have a larger range than melee but shorter range than ranged. And generally their attacks have some kind of specific limitations such as delayed attacks or spread out damage. And ranged are those without limit of how far their attacks go, usually until it hits a wall or a boundary. Overall, the ranged attack generally deals less damage compared to the other 2. Currently, there are 3 available characters that fit each of this description or category. For melee, Shirogane Noel, a tanky knight with large AoE damage. For mid-range, Usada Pekora, light and quick with who throws explosives damaging enemies in an area after a delayed attack. And for ranged, Shiranui Flare, a fast archer who shoots arrow at inhumane speeds. Each character will also have a ability correlated with their lore. But right now, as of recording, I don't really have any abilities coded into the characters yet, so no showcase for this one for now. The goal of the game would be to clear each level as you pass through them. And to clear a level, you must go around the map and defeat every enemies there. And then you can move on to the next level. Right now, the only available map in the game is the graveyard map, which contains currently 2 different enemies, zombies and fandeads. Zombies will chase a player when they are in range and attack when they are close, while fandeads on the other hand will move away from the player, shooting energy blasts every interval. The level generation of the game is currently just a simple random algorithm, and this includes the prop placements and obstacles. When finishing a level, you get to move on to the next level, which will be shown in the route list, which is the 3 adjacent cards in front of you. You get to select which level you go to next. As stated earlier in the video, I am still currently just a student with school needs. I am currently doing this at the same time with my school requirements, so this will definitely take a while. So I'll try my best to post a devlog every 1 to 2 months. And the game should be finished hopefully by the end of the year. And by finished, I meant only playable. That means having 5 different playable characters and 5 different maps. And that's it from me. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it all the way here at the end. The source files for the game right now will be linked in my GitHub, which is in the description below.